Hey Rush, Reckless here, and welcome to Draftbound Matches number 3. Today, Freeloader and I will be commentating over a beautiful match played between Derk and ThomasPetree. How are you doing today, Freeloader?
I am psyched as all heck for this match. It's been hyped up for me. I've heard that both of them played phenomenally. I've also heard that your viewers better be in a cozy couch or laying down position because these games are going to last a little while. So, looking at the deck list here, Durkee's got himself a nice little Shadowfen deck, opening with Dubious Hags and Heliotroopers. That's a great 1-2 punch.
Yeah, the Wandering Worms might not see play too often. The only time you'll actually get a trigger would be really linked to the game after Cordia gets set down. So we also have Untamed Cultist, not the greatest 7-mana card you want to see, but it is a strong body. So we'll see how that plays out.
Crazy Bombers feels like it would be good though, no?
Yeah, definitely. It's a very strong card, especially in draft.
And the auto include of Siege Breakers. Again, this is, I think, the second match we've cast where both players have it in their deck. And with that, let's slide over and take a look at Thomas's deck that, like I mentioned, has Siege Breakers, Summon Militia on 1, Hunter's Vengeance, Wetland Deceivers as his 3 opening cards. Those are the only 3 cards he can play going first.
Definitely not the hand you want to see.
But some interesting runners. We've got Terrific Slayers, which, not for nothing, in a matchup where your opponent is running some dragons, feels like a better Warfront runners. Windmaker's Agents in Charge, that's a lot of movement. Chaotic Pupil?
Wow.
Yeah. And then Tiger on top of all of it.
He has more 2 movement units than 1 movement or 0 movement units in his deck right now.
Over half the deck moves 2. And 1 moves 3.
Oh yeah, 1 moves 3. Wow.
Oh my gosh. That's a lot of movement. Execution, I don't know how great a card that is in draft, but it feels like you could find some use for it here and there. Okay, well, you'd look at this and you'd think this is going to be a quick game because those runners either are going to be undervalued playing defense, or you're just going to run all over your opponent, right?
Yeah, I definitely like to point out that Cordia is going to see a lot of trouble here. You have Siege Breakers for the counter, then you also have Terrific Slayers for the ultimate destruction. So it's going to be definitely difficult to slide in a Cordia this game, but we'll see what happens.
Remind me, Wetland Deceivers, does it do damage to the eggs or just the ensuing dragons afterwards?
So it's kind of funny because when I was actually watching this game live, I originally thought that it would hit the eggs too, but ThomasPetree looked that over. Definitely, he made the one of the best plays during that game, and the Wetland Deceivers only affects units, so it will not actually affect the towers in play.
See, I thought it was like Void Surgers. I was deceived. Those dang deceivers.
Same here. You don't see that too often, so...
All right, well then let's get into the game and see what happens in game 1. And we load up Derk on top, Thomas on bottom. Derk is going to be going first. Cat loader in the background. Not in love with Thomas's hand. They handshake. Booming Professor seems a little on the heavy side. I don't know if you want to open right away with Hunter's Vengeance. And Wetland Deceivers just doesn't seem all that exciting. Dubious Hags from Derk. Pretty strong opening.
Yeah, pretty strong. It's also good to counter the Windmakers here, so I'm not so sure what you could play. I guess Wetland Deceivers would probably be the only play here for body. Oh, he goes with Hunter's Vengeance instead.
Yeah, he'll take front. Thank you very much. Oh, right onto the baseline too.
That poor Raven will not survive.
Probably not. All right, and Siege Breakers. Okay. Derk knows there's no towers in Thomas's deck, so that feels like a safe play here. Chaotic Pupil. Oh dear. Okay. Cat Loader very excited about this game. Can't stop talking.
Wow, so this hand is just all runners. Like, there's such a low value here. It's so crazy.
But that's the whole deck, right?
Yeah, that's the whole deck.
Well, we've managed to kill off those Siege Breakers, and we have a boosting elixir to go with our runners. Tigger in the corner, though, this I like. This feels good.
Yeah, it's very smart. Using the right hand side, so then you could probably play aggressive on left hand side next turn. See what happens.
And Cordia right away.
But Siege Breakers is perfect answer here.
Depends upon. Yeah, we got the damage instead of spawning.
Ooh.
So now we need a little help.
Yeah, this is going to be very rough.
This is a very difficult position to find oneself in. Execute on one of them. Okay, and we're just gonna deceive some wetlands here. Well, now Siege Breakers doesn't feel like such an exciting card.
At least you have terrific Slayers here, which will clear both those dragons, so
will Windmakers, right?
Yeah, you're right, exactly. You have a lot of removal in this deck, surprisingly.
Oh, and the Wandering Worms value. Oh, it happened. We were just saying it's going to be hard to find. Yeah, but he did.
Yep. If only you had Flaming Stream or something. Just clear that whole line. That would be fun.
Hunter's Vengeance doesn't feel terrible.
I think.
But, okay.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit better, though.
Sure. Yep, we're clearing a whole bunch off. Now,
yeah.
Derk does not have Dansu. So
thank goodness.
We're not in that bad shape. But whew, that was quite the board that Derk put together here.
Yeah, let's see how Derk enters back to this. He already has a lot of momentum going. If you can just keep it up, it's definitely very hard.
Crazy Bombers. Oh, baby.
Strong cards. Also defending the 4 strength here. Wow.
Ooh.
So he does Under Vengeance first. I think he doesn't want to risk the 50-50 on the rodents.
I think that's the right play, right?
Yeah.
And then he's going to... Okay. He wants to make sure he clears that off his baseline.
Honestly, not bad.
No,
quite beautiful,
okay.
I think. You do so much work there. Take 2 base damage, and at least you're surviving, so... Booming Professors is extremely powerful in this format. Dealing just 3 damage, slowly chipping them away, does a lot. Goes a long way. Derk just reapplying pressure.
This is what Shadowfen does so well. Shadowfen is so good at doing this exact thing. Boosting Elixir is really going to be, especially in a deck with so many runners, is really not going to be particularly helpful.
Yeah, it's not. Right.
So far, so good.
Oh, that's not what you'd like to see.
The worst possible outcome. Why?
That was pretty sad.
Okay.
So I think I would have actually played Wetland bottom left instead of the Terrific Slayers on the right, but you can get Windmaker's value now, so maybe that's what Thomas was thinking about. I'm not entirely sure.
Fluffy though. Oh, that
now
Fluffy.
Windmakers. It's rough because Windmakers you don't have a good way to deal with all of this, do you?
Well, you can clear straight with Siege into Windmakers, which won't do everything.
Yeah, but it does a lot actually.
Yeah, they do a lot.
Defending.
Okay.
That's a nice use of Wetland Deceivers there, actually.
Yep, for sure. But we're at 5 health. Now, there's not a ton of runners in Derk's deck. In fact, I don't see a single one.
Yeah, there isn't any.
Oh, Crazy Bombers are so good in this particular format.
Oh, gosh. Just getting... It's like impossible. Yeah, it's very hard to even do anything here.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, this looks like a full clear plus summon militia.
Not plus, but it is a full clear.
Oh, yep, never mind.
Yeah.
1 mana off.
Okay, full clear, so he survives all that nonsense. I think the problem is that Derk also has a good late game as well. Like, he hasn't played his Untamed Cultist, but that is a big body, definitely.
It's a big body. Crazy Bombers is a big body. Cordia generates a wide board, although he does have, so if I was Derk, this is what I would want to do as well, is just try to draw out force him to use runners just to try to get back and hope there's no siege breakers in hand.
Yeah, you can definitely siege breakers here. However, yeah, you're gonna have to use it.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
this is interesting, actually. Wow, that's a very interesting play. I would not have seen that there. Playing agent instead of siege breakers?
Well, it still cleared 2 eggs either way, but 1 egg was already going to get cleared into the Tiger body to begin with, so why worry about that one?
Yeah.
The way the eggs had been distributed randomly, there wasn't going to be a pure siege breaker clear with it, so I kind of like it.
Yeah, I think, however, in the long run, this isn't going to benefit you that much as the siege breaker play, because the siege breaker play would have done a total of 6 value, and then the agents, I mean, it did like 2 or 3.
Pog.
You might want to actually just avoid entering that. There is.
I kind of like this push into siege breakers.
So I think here you're just going to ignore. Oh, he's not going to ignore it. Okay.
Yeah, and then we can terrific slayers the.
Yeah.
This feels okay.
Interesting. So he's still trying to defend it. He's been defending basically the whole game.
Yeah, Derk has done a really good job of keeping him on his heels, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I do feel like at this point in the game, though, Derk really does need to be careful. There's so many runners.
Crazy bombers.
Crazy bombers. This is our 3rd crazy bombers this game. That feels really good. And then Fluffy. Oh, these are some high value cards. Derk's draft was actually very, very good here.
Yeah, it was very, very strong. I think crazy bombers just so much value though. It's just so difficult to answer. Mm-hmm. I mean, here you can do a Tegor into wetland, into agents top left if you want to run.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. He's doing this differently. I wouldn't have. I don't think I would have played it like that.
Is he hoping for the Tiger buff here? Maybe.
No, actually, that
actually worked out really well.
Yeah.
Okay, I would have actually played wetland there instead to protect the 2 on the base and get some value.
Yeah, I would have played that completely differently. I would have Tegored the top right and then use wetland center left to kill that 1 strength and maybe even just throw it on agents. I mean, at some point you just have to go, right? You just have to start doing damage. Derk has no runners, so that's like a big advantage you have over Derk. But if you're not applying any damage, it's very difficult to close at this game. But he does have very good removal. Like here, HV might come out again. Here's Untamed.
We have an Untamed sighting. Oh dear. Summon Militia. Oh, okay. No. We're going... Huh.
That's interesting.
So that'll do a little work. Can we actually use boosting here? Like put booming right in front of that?
I think
and then boosting them.
I think something that okay. Oh, that was actually very, very smart. Yeah, that's pretty smart. I think something that Thomas might not be taking into account is that he can actually play booming professors and then HV, and it would actually hit both because booming professor is also an elder.
Right.
So it would have hit the other rodent anyways, and you could get some kind of value.
I think at this point, though, he was more worried about just trying to clear that big of a body off the board.
Yeah, but if you did that, you could play the booming, take a bit of damage. Yeah, and I think you actually end up with 1 more value if you do that.
Oh, play. Do you?
Yeah, if you play the booming in front of the Untamed, I think the booming can survive there. I mean, that's assuming the Summon Militia also lands there. This is a scary board.
This is a very scary board. And I'm not really sure what you want to do about it.
There isn't much, is there? Okay, so you can survive for another turn.
Yeah.
I would just Chaotic Pupil base there. He wants to full clear again, so this game is going on forever.
This game, Thomas is just He is in denial here. You shall not pass.
Oh my goodness.
Give him Gandalf's staff.
That's
Give him
hilarious.
was it the Goblin Cleaver or the Foe Hammer? Which one did he have? Glamdring.
I can't remember.
I can't remember which one it was. Give him Glamdring.
This is hilarious.
This is awesome.
Especially with the runners, you would think it's such low value, like you don't win this game. Like, but at this point, you would have at least dealt some damage too, but it's never turning out that way.
So boosting is yet again dead. I think. Pog.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
This is crazy. I mean, well, you have the HV here.
So the question is, do you want to put booming down first to use HV?
I would do it.
With it to either ping face or clear a...
I honestly would do it. I'm not so sure what the reasoning is behind doing this first, though. Is it because the Cordia... Oh yeah, Cordia would have lived on how much strength if he... Oh, so he doesn't actually want to play... Okay, that actually makes sense then. You just don't want to play it.
Yeah, you just don't want to play it at all. Okay.
So he's gonna take 2 damage. That's finally... It's 9 at 18, like at 19 mana.
Getting there.
Takes his first point of damage.
He also has Windmakers perfectly set up for the fluffy bad boxers this coming turn.
That was actually very smart, yeah. Thinking way ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is 3D chess stuff. Thomas is literally right now going, okay, so then on mana turn 28, I'll have him at 2.
Oh my goodness.
Based on cycles, I should be able to HV my own boomers for lethal.
That's hilarious.
Siege Breakers. Okay, just a good 4-drop.
I think he needs to clear the Windmaker. Oh my
gosh.
Such a headache card to deal with, honestly.
But the Tigre, what's Tigre going to do? Oh, okay.
That's not good, though. If he landed forward, maybe, that would have been cool. Okay, please, just go aggressive. Something. Okay, you have the HV here.
Yeah.
And you can also wetland that.
Oh my gosh.
You can also...
Can he full clear? No, he cannot full clear.
Not full clear this time. This is the first time he cannot full clear. He will have to take probably 1 more point of damage. Oh, he's gonna wetland there. Never mind. So,
oh my gosh,
he's not taking any damage.
Never.
Still.
No damage left.
The funny thing is, he actually has lethal in hand. If he can,
oh my gosh, he does.
This down, this is lethal. If he somehow gets this down. So if Derk's not careful here, he can actually just lose. 20 mana. Oh my goodness. That 2 point of damage coming in clutch.
Calculated.
Wow. I mean, you could even cycle like Siege Breakers for maybe even another runner. That would be hilarious.
What would
like
the
Windmakers.
Like Windmakers. Yeah, you actually might need to, right?
You might. I'm not so sure though. Because with the runner here, it's not good enough though. Not with this kind of board. Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh
yeah,
dear.
It's not good enough. Honestly, you have a very nice, terrific Slayers. Just go aggressive, please, Thomas. Just go aggressive. Terrific Slayers, Tagore, Siege Breakers, Agents. Okay, so he's going to play it like this. He's going even more aggressive, actually. This is probably even better. Siege Breakers, yeah. And then just go face, no? But then you risk even losing. He's just going for it at this point.
Okay, no, he's going to try it. Yeah, so this is actually, there's potentially 4 units that are going to need to be cleared. And Derk has no draw.
Ooh, I mean, it's a little risky though, because if you're thinking about booming, I mean, how the enemy units will walk in first before booming.
See, yeah, and if this buffs, oh dear.
Oh my, that's probably what he was looking for.
Oh, that's not good.
For who is it not good?
Yeah, he's going to be out of cards.
He has one more.
Oh, he has Fluffy.
That's probably going to close out the game.
Wow.
Wow.
What a game! What a game! That was
It's
incredible.
so close. It's actually so close. Wow. If those units didn't walk in first, he actually could have won.
Agreed.
Like, possibly. It's not.
Oh,
Wait a
my
second.
goodness.
Yeah, never mind. Oh, that's just
That
too
was
bad.
a great game. All right, now into game 2. Petrie's still on bottom, Derk on top.
What a crazy game. That first game was actually wow, so back and forth.
Back to Dubious Hags, opener again for Derk. Still with Windmakers as, I guess, the best option here. Do you just execute it and start over?
So he wants to try something different. I thought he would just HV again, like the last game. He's going.
He had something
different
with better curve fit this time with execution, but okay.
I think this makes more sense though, because once the enemy attacks into that, you can HV it. That's a bit unfortunate though.
Yeah, of all the things to hit with.
Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. I mean, you could actually execution as summon militia and then HV next turn. I think that's what he wants to do. Yeah. There.
It looks like that's what the play is going to be here.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Okay.
It's not the best.
Nope.
Some militia builds.
Actually, Wetlands Deceivers here is very good.
Actually, that's true. It's a good point. But if you're gonna use Wetland, you're probably gonna use HV anyways. So.
Oh, that's a good point. Yep.
Yeah. So probably not anyways. But that would be pretty cool if you get a different 3 mana. That'd be pretty cool. So Dirk's.
It's also the possibility of just going with Booming Professors in column 2 right in front of the Lich Summoners.
That's a better play, actually. I would do that.
Ooh.
Oh,
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Or do you still do it?
Still do it. That's the question.
I think I would still do it, honestly. I'm just that greedy of a player. Yeah, you still do it. You still go for it. Keeping this hand is actually very smart, tactical idea. Because you have Wetland possibility of HV, you have Windmakers, Siege Breakers, you have all kinds of things. So now I
also liked making this trade instead of the trade into the Lich Summoners because of get the spawn to potentially move forward like this. This felt good.
Definitely, yeah, agreed. I like that he's actually playing aggressive now. Like last game, he was just playing so defensive, and then he's finally realizing I don't want to go to 20 mana. He's like, I have to do something with my life, and then he's just starting to play aggressive, close out the game faster. We'll see what happens though. Siegebreaker seeing
this is
do you
such
see
a good
this?
Siegebreaker's turn.
It's not just Siegebreakers though.
And then Wetlands for the full clear.
That's disgusting. That might be the game-winning move, actually.
It very well might.
Once you just play this, oh my gosh. Because when you're sitting at 7, it's already so difficult.
Look, Thomas with the sunglasses. Like, welcome to the driver's seat. This is now where I sit.
What a beautiful play, actually. So now, what are you looking at? What do you think you would want to do at 8 mana?
I mean, I still have what do I think Thomas would want to do?
Yeah.
Well, we just saw our dragons, so we're not all that worried about needing terrific slayers. Windmakers is probably going to be a little bit more of an enticing call. If I'm keeping Windmakers, then I'm probably throwing Hunter's Vengeance back. Tiger's fine into base. If I don't feel like he can clear my front, I might just throw Tiger in, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind finding something that's, 2 mana, but there isn't anything in the deck. So
I'm a bit surprised he didn't actually. Okay, that is gotta be. But yeah, terrible turn. I think here just Windmaker's Terrific Slayers into base is the play. Keeping them at 3 and then booming lethal. Probably the way to go.
I just like putting Tiger into the base instead then.
I mean, yeah.
Because it puts value somewhere else on the board, right?
That's true. Yeah.
The worst outcome for you was with that one. You had a 1 and 3 for that. But otherwise, you got a 3rd unit on the board, or you got something buffed up quite nicely, which also would have felt great.
That's interesting. I mean, from your perspective, yeah, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. I was thinking using the 2 4 manas because then you have Tegor for lethal and it's cheaper,
Sure.
right? Because you have 6 mana. But no, you're actually right because Agents in Charge here
Is
is
lethal.
actually lethal. Wow.
That's
This is what
an
I'm talking
insane
about.
turn.
This is the Thomas the Train coined after him. Beautiful ending there.
Yeah, that was great. So I definitely agree with you that he has to be a bit more aggressive. He's got the runners to do it as well. But I do like using Tiger in mid-game scenarios for face damage just because you have that 2 and 3 chance of effectively also getting a buff or another card, which makes it feel better.
Derk wasn't able to play Crazy Bombers that whole game. And that actually changed, like, you could see how different the environment was. It was a lot easier for Thomas to just always have that momentum going, just playing like this. But Derk didn't have anything.
That 1 6 mana or 7 mana turn was just
Okay, that was gross. That was gross.
And we begin game 3, the final game of this match. Derk still on top, ThomasPetree on bottom. Thomas gets to go first this time and draws Summon Militia, which may be his best opener.
Yeah, like you pointed out before, it doesn't have a very good 3 mana openers here. I'm surprised he even was able to pull one out just like that.
I think boosting is just not great, but it's better than. Yep, okay, and we execute. And starting to take shape now, at least.
I really want to see how booming fits into this whole of the game. Like, he used it once last game. I want to see it come out again. I just really like the card, honestly. One thing that was pretty funny is that when he was drafting, he actually drafted, I believe, Hunter's Vengeance first, and then Booming Professors came after. So it was like very lucky draft, just pure like that. Very good Windmaker's value as well here.
Yeah, this was good.
I don't think it's
terrible setup for witches.
Derk doesn't have witches.
I don't think we have to worry about witches.
I mean, this is good that it kind of makes Derk think about playing his fluffy bad boxers or not, because Thomas will keep his front line. So Cordia again, but once again you have the counters here. You won't get all of them though.
Not quite. Do we want to just play booming is the question. I kind of like just playing booming now.
Really? No, I like this play. I think this makes sense.
Okay.
It's trying to keep them all in a column. I mean, it kind of sucks. Yeah, so this makes sense because he wants to use Terrific Slayers here or Windmakers. So that's what I was thinking. You take out the other two, and then you keep these to like bordering each other, so you can actually use it for later.
I like it. Oh, and then Wandering Worms.
So much value actually from that card. 3 mana for 6. Gross.
Helios. So something's going to survive. He's going to keep front. And he knows just what to do with it. Look at this. No cycle. Or maybe he waits until the end. Yeah. He's like, Wetland Deceiver sucks, but...
Wow, so you can see how different he's playing this game completely different from how he's playing the first game. The first game he was like, okay, let me use Terrific Slayers here to defend. Now he's just like, I don't even care. Let's go. I'm telling you, he realized he doesn't have enough time to play. I'm just kidding. But that'd be pretty funny.
Well, this feels... Oh, wait. That's not lethal, right? Yeah, it's not lethal. This feels okay with Terrific Slayers. Not great. You could Hunter's Vengeance first, I guess?
Yeah, I guess you have to.
Okay. Into Terrific Slayers, which is
not good. The greatest, but...
No, but it's good.
It's getting you places.
Right.
So keeping fewer units on the board as well is great to counter Crazy Bombers, because then, you don't have to worry so much about that monster card coming out of nowhere and killing your whole board. So pretty smart.
Yeah, now instead he can just do it with Fluffy.
True. But see what happens. What do you guys think? I wonder what you viewers are thinking right now. Like, who's gonna take this game home? Derek can easily clear this. Should be able to easily clear this and then hold front line. And it's already getting a little bit cramped for Thomas, but you do get another booming trigger, and then that, like, this hand looks so disgusting. There's just so many runners in your hand. How do you even answer to this? So there's a crazy bombers. Yeah.
I like this play. I like this play a lot.
Interesting.
Execution.
If I'm being honest, I think I would just booming professors this.
I think so too. I think you have to go ham here.
Take all the damage. You know that he doesn't have a runner.
You just gotta hope he can't base lock.
Yeah.
Well, even if he can, actually, you have execution now. So execution into Windmakers, for example, would be a really good defensive play. But I mean, it just puts you on your back foot.
Yeah, definitely. You're actually even okay with that one strength going into your base.
Yes, barely. But good math, Reckless. At 2 life, you can still take 1 point of damage. This is true.
It's hilarious. Well, let's see. I mean, Drake's trying to really think this through. I think he's trying to cover all bases of defense.
I don't know that you can. Here's the problem.
Cultist
into personal service. Now, this is a problem. Oh, the buff goes the right way. Oh my gosh. The buff went the right way. Do we just win with agents in charge?
Not quite. Because you need the lineup. Wait, yes you do actually. But you need to use agents in charge second.
Yeah, there it is.
So you use the winners to push it forward. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Unbelievable. Wow.
There's no counterplay to that for Derk there. There was absolutely no counterplay.
He would have had to put personal servers further back.
But if you put it further back, it's the same thing. Like, then he could just use that side.
Right.
Like, there was literally no counterplay with those combination of cards, at least.
That was amazing. That was finding the way to pick apart that puzzle for Thomas was really fantastic. I don't disagree with a single choice Derk made.
I mean, we can't even see his hand, unfortunately. So it's hard to say if you disagree with it or not.
Well, sure, but looking at units that were played in placement, it all made sense. I really liked his crazy bombers into the corner turn. He went for the 50-50 on the personal servers, which honestly didn't matter because Thomas had Windmakers in hand anyway.
What a game. What a game. There's no way to cover all bases there. Oh. All right, boys and girls. So that's going to mark the end of this episode. If you're still around, comment down below with a train to honor these epic Thomas the Train lethals. Other than that, I wish you all a great one. Peace.